think we're just welcome to LTC Heroes Live by Experience Care. My name is Peter Murphy Lewis. I'm your host. I'm at HIMMSS Day 2. I am specifically in the patient engagement area 365. I'm excited because I just got an intro to the product of QliqSOFT by the CEO and founder, Krishna Kurapati. Krishna, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Krishna, I started off really lost when you and I first started chatting this morning. I said, explain it to me in CNA terms, because that's what I am. Your product is unique. It's not just a regular CRM. One, it's cheaper. Two, it's easier. But you're in the long-term care space. Let's start with how you came up with the idea. Take me back to where QliqSOFT was born.
Yeah, so I think the main focus when we started with QliqSOFT was to create the easy-to-use communication texting. Texting is the most easy-to-use tool for exchanging information about the patient among the providers, like care team members and the doctors, but also between care team members and the families, and care team members and the patients. So when we started the texting application, we saw the need, how it can be used in LTC, particularly in the scenarios where a typical CRM could not be used at a cost-effective manner, because the time to implement, the time to use across different care settings is a lot more expensive and time-consuming.
Yeah, you told me that you work with the smallest SNF community. So you have a skilled nursing facility with only one building, is that right?
One building, yes.
And pricing starts at more or less?
For skilled nursing facility, it starts at under $100 per month.
And how fast can I be up and running?
You could be up and running within a couple of days.
What would be probably the first module that I would set up? Would it be texting to the resident's family? Would it be emails? Would it be automated bot workflows that answer people when they're coming into my website? What's the first thing that I would sign up for?
So first thing we would set up is a bot that kind of sits in your on your website, greeting the family members and the patients who want to be admitted. But not only that, you can also give this bot to a physician office who wants to give you referrals to the long-term care or SNF, as a matter of fact. So we have already built bots that you can take from. Our team works with you to create your own custom bot that you can put on your website and then make it available to it. And then the second thing would be, reaching out to the family members under certain duress conditions. So let's say you have a inclement weather conditions. So you want to tell all the family members that your facility is not available for visitations, for example. Or your facility is, one of the residents had a kind of example when there was a COVID pandemic, they were sending a blast of messages to all the family members or of the caregiver, patients, about potential exposure to COVID. So announcing information about inclement weather, announcing information about certain happenings in the facility can be much more easier. You can click a button and send it to everyone.
I'm going to ask you, my follow-up question has to do with your most sophisticated user. I interview a lot of executives and CEOs that love technology. In long-term care, they might be the first adopters. If you have a sophisticated user, what are the modules that someone can build? What are the automations that someone can build? What are the personalizations they put into your software that makes their communication with either the resident or the resident's family better?
Yeah, so obviously, so they're like a combination of collectings, right? So if you're trying to collect a specific consent or specific intake or insurance update or any other specific conditions form, you could customize in our platform and build it into your engagement with the patient right there. You don't have to go to 10 different places to get that done. And then you can get the signature from the patient, You can send education information to the patient. So all the things that you need from a simple use case to a complex use case, you can accomplish it in the same platform.
I'm interested in how you moved over into this area because you come from cybersecurity. You've had a couple different exits. Can you take me back to when the first idea came about? Because I don't meet a lot of cybersecurity who end up creating amazing communication.
Yeah, I think that's the timing was like in 2010, 11, 12, when there was a lot of adoption for smartphones. So everything became mobile. The principal media of communication is your smartphone, a browser on their smartphone, or an app on a phone. I saw a need for enabling the clinicians to use the smartphones, for either communicating with their peers or to the patients, right? So that's when I saw my light bulb went off, and that's how the QliqSOFT started.
Tell me about your integrations. Who are you integrated with in long-term care, if you can remember any of your partners, and how are they using you?
Yeah, so obviously we integrate with EMRs like WellSky and Complya and HT in the skilled nursing facilities. So what they use is they integrate our solution into their portal, so they can click on a button and then launch our service from their portal directly. But on the patient side, they don't have to download any application or anything. They get an SMS or email with a link, and then that's a secure link that they can launch, but it looks like an app.
Is QliqSOFT only in the United States, and if not, what other countries?
We are primarily in the United States, and there are some customers in Europe, but our focus is in the US.
Great, Krishna. Is there anything in terms of your product development in the next 6 months or to a year that you expect to be releasing if I run into you next year at HIMMSS 2024?
Yeah, there's quite a few things are happening, particularly how we can bring in some advanced symptom checkers. So when you're coming into your website, the mental health is a big, behavioral mental health is a big area for focus to give the capabilities because that's part of what we're seeing is those behavioral mental health is becoming a part of your triage process in the beginning, or it checks. So what we see that is, how do we take the conversational AI to the next level, where we can direct the patients to the right care provider, care team members using our technology.
Last question, what are you hoping to accomplish at this HIMMSS? Are you looking for partnerships? Are you looking for buyers? Are you looking for brand awareness? Are you looking for integrations?
All the above. Obviously, we have a very good location here at the patient engagement booth. That's where we focus on right now, to enable, it's not only patients, but also family members. So when we look at our partner portfolio, we're looking for the EMRs that are trying to expand to patient engagement through chatbots and capabilities, not only on the website, but also outreaches. And that's one focus we're looking for. We have several meetings with those partners. But also at HIMMSS, we see a lot more customers who are trying to do hospital at home, value-based care. These are all tied to SNFs, in a way, because how do you make the SNF more valuable in the overall care delivery model, so that they're not readmitted into the hospital, right? So that's where we see quite a bit of interest from a accountable care, value-based care, to enable the SNFs and long-term care to do more at their facility before they show up in the ED.
I lied to you. I told you it was my last question. I just heard from your team that your team is almost doubled in size. What's next for your company?
Obviously, for the last few years, it's been a big rise in post-COVID. But right now, our focus has to be customer acquisition, more so, and go deeper into workflows. So where we are investing more is the clinical expertise, clinicians who have the ability to deliver those workflows to the target customers, and also the business development folks. So our engineering team is quite complete now. We're now focusing more on the sales and service side.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, Krishna.
Thank you.